Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Open Book. I am Billy Price, co-founder of Billy Footwear. And for those out there that are not familiar with Open Book is this tremendous opportunity that we as a brand can kind of share what we're doing, but also share the platform with amazing individuals out there that are doing amazing things. Today, I am so honored to have Anne, welcome Anne, from
Hi, thank you.
GiGi's Playhouse, Cincinnati. Welcome Anne.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
So, Anne, there's so many things I want to ask you, but I think a great place to start is if you could share with the guests, what is GiGi's Playhouse?
Yeah, so I'm on the board of GiGi's Playhouse Cincinnati. We just opened our doors in September, about 8 months ago. And GiGi's Playhouse is a network of Down syndrome achievement centers throughout the United States. When we opened in September, we were the 56th Playhouse. Since then, there have been a few more that have opened. But GiGi's Playhouse itself has been around for about 20 years. It was founded by a woman who had a baby with Down syndrome 20 years ago and didn't feel like there were any places to really celebrate her daughter or to give resources to her daughter. So she founded GiGi's Playhouse. And it's just been building and building ever since then. And we are happy to say we opened Playhouse number 56 last fall here in Cincinnati.
Oh my gosh, that is absolutely incredible.
Yes.
Uh,
Thank you.
wow. I mean, 56 of them around the country. I mean, it just seems like from all these new chapters building, it just seems like there's gonna be more and more chapters being built like every year or what? I mean, how does one all of a sudden start building a chapter?
So, to find out more information, you just go to gigisplayhouse.org. And if there is not one in your city, you can contact the team there. And if you go to the website, it'll be on there, all the contact information. You just contact the national team, and they can give you an application to fill out to start your own chapter and just start the fundraising process.
Mm. Well, now, how did you get involved?
So one of my friends actually called me about 3 or 4 years ago, and she knew I had a baby with Down syndrome around that time, and she said, "Oh, you should get involved in GiGi's Playhouse." And at the time, I hadn't heard of it, but I googled it and I looked at all the programs and everything that they offered, and I said, "Absolutely, I want to get involved." So I was on the startup team, and then now I'm on the board. And we just we really strive to give programs and services to children and adults with Down syndrome around the city.
Wow, that's awesome. That is so cool. I mean, so how big, I mean, obviously you guys just opened, but
Mhm.
how many people are coming to the Cincinnati, GiGi's Playhouse Cincinnati at this time?
So we currently have five or six programs now that we do, and we try to hit kind of every age group with our programs. So one of them is for 0 to 3, one of them is 4 to 6, and then all the way up to adults. And so it kind of just depends on how many people in that age group we have who are interested. But usually for each program, we'll have about 5 to 10 participants. And right now we have a speech class that's usually really well attended. That's really fun. And we have kind of a comprehensive class where we do different stations for OT, PT, speech, things like that. That's really, really fun. And we have a lot of people come who have a child with Down syndrome, and then the siblings come and the friends come. So it's people who don't even have Down syndrome who are enjoying these programs as well. So it's been really cool.
It just seems like the absolute perfect picture of inclusion, really. Just everyone, like bring everyone together and everyone's gonna have a good time and do activities together, just which that kind of stuff always warms my heart.
Yeah, same here. And I did this for my daughter with Down syndrome. I joined the board and everything for her, but I also have 3 other kids, and I did this also just as much for them because, like you said, it's inclusion. And so, I want them to be around people who are different. I want everyone to be embraced by people who are different than them. So you don't have to have Down syndrome to come to the programs. But it's just a really awesome way to just have everybody in the same place and not even just kind of realizing that, we're all more alike than different, and just what a beautiful thing that is.
So one thing that you said before you started describing everyone coming to GiGi's Playhouse, you mentioned that you have 4 children. Is that
Uh-huh.
what's going on? How on earth do you keep everything straight having 4 kids running around the house?
It's a lot. I don't know. I
So
don't know.
I'm a parent of 2 kids. I have a 4-year-old and a 14-month-old.
Okay.
And my wife is the one that keeps the train on the tracks, but I can't even imagine like 2 more kids into the mix. I mean, that would just be so exciting. But at the same time, oh my goodness, I can imagine it's just like chaos on the daily.
Oh yeah, every day. I think after 2, I think when we had our third, it was like, okay, you just have to embrace it. It's just gonna be crazy, and you just have to embrace it, because otherwise you just go crazy. Um, but yes, I have my 2 girls are 7 and 5, and then my boys are 3 and 1. And so my 5-year-old is my daughter who has Down syndrome. So yeah, it's a crazy, crazy, chaotic life, but I know I will look back one day and be happy I had all these children.
I think the word that I heard early on was it's the hardest job you'll ever love.
Yes, very true.
So now do all the children, well, I guess a 1-year-old and 3-year-old may not necessarily be participating quite yet, but when it comes to GiGi's Playhouse, what's the youngest age you kind of need to be able to participate?
So we serve everyone from 0 to however old you are. So actually, a lot of what I really love about GiGi's Playhouse is that there's a lot of emphasis on newborns, just getting in and having those parents meet other parents, which was so crucial to me when I had my daughter with Down syndrome, was just meeting other parents and not feeling like I was alone, and getting resources from them, the people who have walked the path before me. And so that's really awesome. And then also we have a prenatal diagnosis program. So we really help people, even if they get a prenatal diagnosis, that can be so scary and daunting. And so just to say, like, it's okay, and we're here, and we have this whole community of people who are going to help you. I had a birth diagnosis for my daughter, so I did not have the prenatal diagnosis experience, but I know that there's so much emotion that comes with that, and just knowing that you're not alone, and seeing the little kids with Down syndrome running around, like, that things are going to be okay. So that's a really powerful part of GiGi's Playhouse.
Wow, well, those words really strike a chord with me, because it makes me think about when I was going through rehab. I mean, I broke my neck when I was a teenager, and all of a sudden I had to like have to face something that I wasn't prepared for, and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mentally I didn't have the tools to really process that, and I really felt alone. And this was in 1996, so the internet was like just kind of getting going. It was very difficult to find information about what it meant to have a spinal cord injury, what it meant to be paralyzed from the chest down, what the future would look like. And I just absolutely like knowing there's programs, so many programs out there now, and the ability to get people connected to be able to like one, answer those questions. But I think most importantly, what you commented on, you're not alone. There's other
Mm-hmm.
people that have walked before you, and there's other people that have been able to, get past this and to be able to understand that, it's like life is life and life is a beautiful thing. And let's come together and like work together and find enjoyment, but also do something bigger than ourselves.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what GiGi's Playhouse is all about. And that's why I'm so happy that we have one in our city. Just to help people when they do get that diagnosis. Cause like you said, it's something you don't expect. You're not prepared for necessarily, but it's such a blessing in disguise. And that's something that we can help people realize.
Yeah. Well, let me bring your social handle up on the site as well, because prior to this call, I looked at your social channel and it's just great. I mean, it talks about the activities and stuff like that, but it has just those smiling faces of people out and about. So everyone that's watching or everyone's listening, like make sure you go to their Instagram channel, GiGi's Playhouse _ Cincinnati, and you'll just see some really great content.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we try to show all the different programs that we offer, and then highlight the cute kids who are there. And we're trying to get more adult participants and adult programs coming up soon. So we're trying to do a cooking class and things like that will be coming in the future.
Awesome. And I heard you have a fundraiser coming up too.
We do, yeah. So we try to do a few fundraisers a year. We are 100% run by donations and 99% run by volunteers. So each location has one paid person who's the site manager. Everybody else is volunteers. And then all the fundraising, all of our stuff comes from donations. So we have a few fundraisers a year. Our next one is going to be actually next Friday. So Friday, June 2nd. And it'll be at 6:00 at Nisbet Park in Loveland. And it's going to be a glow run. And so we'll have it's a 3.21K walk. So you can run or walk. And then there's a kid's dash for kids with Down syndrome. And then we'll have an after party there too. So it'll be a really good time.
Oh, good.
Everyone's welcome to come out.
So the best way to find out information, would that be direct them to social or the website? Or
the
both?
website.
The website.
The website. So if you go to gigisplayhouse.org/Cincinnati, right on our homepage, the first thing you'll see is our glow run. So you can click on that and get more information and register there.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I got it up on the screen right now. So everyone that's watching, make sure to check that out. And this is awesome. I want to be respectful of your time. This is absolutely incredible. I really appreciate you, talking with me today. And but before I let you go, is there anything else that you'd love to cover? Share whatever's on your heart.
I would just like to say, first of all, if you've known someone with Down syndrome, you know the joy that they bring to the world. If you haven't, please stop in and see us and meet some of our participants, and you will be pleasantly surprised. And also, we are, like I said, we're all volunteer run. So if you want to volunteer with us, we would love to have you. Just go to the website, and you can also sign up for our programs there too.
Awesome. I think it's absolutely incredible how this particular chapter started in September. I'm also blown away. September is already 7 months ago. But I mean, from what you've been able to accomplish up to get the Playhouse started in September, and then how you've grown it since then, it's obvious there's just really, really bright things ahead for your Playhouse.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we're excited for the future.
Well, everyone, this is another episode of Open Book. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We will have another one real soon. Until then, take care.